Hello and welcome back to Bull Bear Trader. Today I will review 6 stocks that will have earning tomorrow, and I will start with TJ Maxx. Alright, so TJ Maxx is at 145. So you can see last time earning is actually came up all the way here, pull back, and then in a way went sideways, but the trend is a little bit up. You can see that the mid-term to short-term is still within the channel here. Okay, so let's see, short-term is over, so long-term also over, overbought. Short and long-term overbought. If I look at the current trend, okay, it look like a very short-term trend. It looked like to me it's in the middle of the channel, and I would think it will pull back into the support of the channel right here at 141. All right, so you know what, let me change this. Okay, so what I'm seeing is we got a support right here at 135 from the overbought condition, and in a way it was in the channel, then drop out. But for the current short term, is still in the middle, however is overbought. So I think we might go down to 138 all the way to 135. So I give it about 60%. %, it will bounce and probably hit 154 at 40%. Okay, but more likely we'll have a pullback. Next we have low. So what interesting about low is you can see the red trend line, right? It was the resistance, now becoming support. And last earning, I say when it broke out, most likely it will come back and test. Well, it went here to my target at 233, as you can see over here, bounce, and then today it's actually hit this trend line support. So it's oversold, right? Short term and long term. So I think we have about 60% of a bounce, at least to 231. 60% 231. 40%, if the outlook is not good, like a lot of retail, we might have we might see 207 at a support right here. And effectively, if it fall back, it will break below and going back to the channel, okay, the previous channel. All right, and here you can see this was a bear flag, so it actually took the effect already. So now, as long as the number decent outlook is neutral to positive, it will bounce, okay, most likely. Unless the outlook is negative, cutting forecast, and the number is really bad, like really bad, more than expectation, we will have a pullback to 207 at least. It might even drop even more. Okay, probably it might drop to, I would say, you know what, now I'm looking at the chart again, to longer term, it seems like we have 212 as the major support, and then stronger support is 207. So this will be a buy zone if you like the stock. And I'm looking at the stock right now, I mean the chart right now, and if it dropped to that area we are talking about is pretty low, all the way to like 3-4 years ago. Okay, but let me see, I actually see something here. So you can see, okay, so it looked like we are at a long-term support as well. Okay, now I'm gonna change this to the purple. You can see is actually crossed a lot of pivot points, and now it sits very close to it. So between 212 and 219, no, 212 and 216, all the way down to 206 is a really good support zone. So I think more likely we have a bounce. Maybe not right away, but it will come down a day or two and then bounce. But 40% for pullback and 60% for a bounce. Target, I looked at this about a month and a half ago. Yeah, about a month and so 5-6 weeks ago. And I say maybe we'll pull back to 81. It only pulled back to 85 and then bounced to 97, now pulling back. Let's see what's going on with this. And you can see it's actually trending down right now, sideways, but more of a lower. Okay, so let's see. We got these two levels. Okay, right now it at a long-term support. So it came down a lot. Let me show you. When I show you this picture, it looked like a mountain, right? And it's starting to move sideways. So actually target look like is in a good consolidation consolidation, and they look like a good buy right now if you interested in buying the stock, of course. Okay, so now that we got the trend line, it almost looked like it tried to break out, came back to test, bounce again, came back to test again. I think this is the good sign. It's oversold short term and long term. I would give it about 65% of a bounce to at least 98 or 97. Okay, 87. It can bounce all the way to 103 right here. Or it can actually, actually 102 or as high at 105 to close this gap right here. So maybe I can 105 right here as a reference. Watching. When the number and forecast are neutral to positive, but we have 65%, 35%, it can go down all the way to here at 79. Okay, so 79 will be the lower target, which means it will come back into the trend line, right? So let me see. If I draw this very short term trend, we have something like this, which is not a lot. It's almost like it's moving sideways. So you got a support at 84. So it can actually come down to 84, but it can go as low as 79. So I'll leave 79 here. Only at about 35% to 40%. Most likely we will have a jump, but we don't know. We might come down here. Okay, so you can see this is like a left shoulder. This come down here will be a right shoulder. It bounce and it come down again. It will be head and shoulder. We don't know. But I see more chance of a bounce or target. Williams Sonoma. Short term oversold. Long term is also oversold. For short term, something like this. Okay, so oversold need the end and need the support. So I'll give it about 60% of a jump, 40% of a pullback to probably around 162. So we have about 5-6% both way. Actually, what? No. For downside, we have about almost 10%. Upside, we have about 5 to 6%. 6%. Let me see if anything else I can see here. Yeah, not really, just more of a channel, and then you're gonna touch the support. Okay, that's all. Next we have Viking Holdings. Okay, so last time I expected a pullback to 53, but it only pulled back to 56 and then bounced. Then it hit my 65 later, and then it been trending downward, but in a way it went sideways. Okay, so for the trend line, something like this. Okay, so most likely I see 60% pullback to 52. %, I see it. If the number actually good, can come back up and test 65 here. Okay, let me see this. Anything else? Okay. Okay, that's about right. So 52, 53 will be a good support for this stock, and after that, if it does pull back, it will jump up back up 56, 57. Okay, so but if it jump and break out and test 65, it can also pull back as well. So most likely we'll end up about the same price in a couple weeks or so. Pretty interesting, huh? Bullish. Well, not that bullish, isn't it? Okay, so it actually hit 60 last time I predicted it, and it went to 65, came up a little bit to 75, and then been grinding lower ever since. So it's short term and long term oversold. Okay, we got another wedge, right? And look like it's wedging down again. And guess what? Is like last, it was failing a lot, but it touched the support. So again, even like this, it can come up and tag 49 to 50 if the number is just okay. And the forecast neutral, otherwise the number's not good. Now it's kind of tough. I think it might come down to about 30. Okay, so about almost 20%. And I give it about 35-40%. but the chart doesn't look good. You see that it came down 48% within 5 weeks to 6 weeks, and doesn't look like it's gonna bounce anytime soon. So maybe this earning is a chance to bounce. All right, next we have DICOM. Last time I predicted to come back to 243, and it did bounce, pull back, bounce again, but looks like it could not. This was all the way from 23, so it keep tagging this resistance. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. Okay, so for short term, okay, so in a way we got a little bit of a channel going sideways, but trending a little bit lower. Is overbought. Long and short terms, give it 60% of a pullback to 275. 40% if the number actually came in really good, and probably this time it will break above and hit 321, 320. Okay, so yeah, but this is only about 35-40% more chance of a pullback. All right, NVIDIA. So as you can see, I did a review on the Max 7 about 3 days ago. So basically, we just got the 2 new candles right here. Well, you can see that I say we might have a bounce, right? But maybe before the bounce, it will pull back to 174 first. So this is a maybe. It could be like this, where tomorrow, because it will report after hours. So maybe, maybe it will pull back a little bit more, and then it will come after hour, or tomorrow it will jump from 174 to 193. That is what I'm thinking. Or maybe tomorrow it will jump a little bit to 186, for example, and then jump back into the channel as 199. Okay, so either way, I think, okay, 60% it will bounce. What about 40%? 40% is somehow the earning is not, it's just good and it's not great. Then it will come down to this might be an exaggeration in my part, but if it disappoints and due to a lot of recent selling from big names, it can go all the way. This is 40%, 35-40% though. It's gonna go back to 144. Okay, and I hope I'm wrong. Okay, because I still have some long in Meta and United Health and other stocks. If it's go like this, we have a big problem for the overall market, Bitcoin, everything. So this will be something for us to watch tomorrow after close. So 144, which I don't want it, but most likely I will see 174 and then bounce to 193. Let's say for a bounce. Okay. And the last one will be Palo Alto Network. Well, two earnings ago, it fell and then it bounced. So, wait, what did I delete it? Let me see if those slides still work. It did. Okay. All right. So for short term, we have something. Yes. Okay. So you can see that it already dropped, broke down from the channel. So that means it's got 60% is oversold as well. So 6% of a bounce. 40% it will even break below this and test here at 187. Okay, about 12% move. And a bounce to 210. Okay, it can't even go all the way to 214, but I think 210 is a good target. So that's about 5%. So 60% of the bounce come back to tag this support right here, now resistant. 40% of pullback and hit the previous low right here. Okay. All right. I think that's it for Palo Alto Network. Let me see if anything else. Well, let's see. So look like we do have a good support over here at 185. So on 185, 187, that's where I think that it will find support. We'll find support and then bounce after that. But for now, these are my prediction. All right, thanks for watching. Please hit a like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.